Winter Park is well known for its parks and also its great flower beds. And guess what? We're standing right in the middle of one here. This is a rose bed in downtown Winter Park. Can you believe that? And to tell us all about it, Chuck Trice is with us, is one of the assistant directors for the Park and Recreation Department. Thanks for having us out.
Absolutely.
On a great day too, and you're standing right in front of a nice red rose here. That's a beauty.
Derby.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Wow, you know them by name. That's pretty good.
I
We're going to quiz you on every one of them as we go by here.
Please don't. Please don't.
Now, this rose bed or garden has a special beginning, right?
Yeah, this it was one of the elements in the Central Park Master Plan years ago, done by a local architect, Forrest Michael, and through a generous donation with Catherine Crane and her family, we were able to build this portion of that master plan. And this is exactly as it's depicted on that original master plan. It had a lot of input from a lot of numerous people in the community.
Yeah. Now, why did she want a rose bed like this? I mean, you could have done a lot of things. I know she visited the bank down here, every Wednesday?
Miss Crane comes by here a lot, and she always loved flowers and children, and I think one of the first things that comes to mind when you think of flowers and beauty and Winter Park is the rose garden that was here, and she always wanted a new and improved version, and we were glad to provide it.
Now, you got all different kind of color here, all different kind of varieties. Do you pick special varieties for this garden?
Well, being a municipal garden, one thing we did not want to do is be in here blasting fungicides and insecticides every time we turn around. So one of the ways that we did it was we went, thank goodness we live in Central Florida. We have numerous local growers, and we were able to pick some carefree varieties. They do require some input. You know, it's not a foolproof rose, it's not a magic rose.
That one coming up right now, test me. Is that summer snow?
Very good, very good. I'm impressed.
Yeah, see, I did
I'm
okay.
impressed.
This one's a pretty one here too. You got lots of different colors at various times. I was going to guess, and I guessed before already, Love or Double Delight, but you said this is probably
Razzle Dazzle. This is a new introduction. Put it in recently, and you know, we're always looking for something new, something fresh.
Now, you said you do a minimal maintenance type rose bed. Is there a lot of care still that you have to do for a homeowner?
We do a lot of scouting, a lot of IPM, integrated pest management. We use the least aggressive methods possible. We start with fungicides only on an as-needed basis. We'll spray those for about 3 weeks in a row. And then we'll just monitor after that. Insecticides, you know, you go with something like an oil or a soap first, and then, you know, we may have to get into some insecticides and then spray those 3 weeks in a row, and then we'll monitor after that.
Isn't that a beauty there? Look at the rosebud there. I know when I was a kid, kids would come by my area and they'd want a rosebud, and we'd just give it to them. That was kind of neat. Imagine it's hard for people to resist some of these here too.
I don't mind. I'd be glad to give you one. Just let me cut it for you.
There you go. That's a neat thing about it. So you may need some sprays periodically. Do you have to replace a rose every once in a while?
Every once in a while, for different reasons, we'll replace a rose, and a lot of it's you know, age. Some of these have been in here since 2003. You look at some of the graphs down there where they're starting to split and things like that. You know, we have a micro irrigation system. Sometimes, you know, those can be tweaked and moved around just because of foot traffic through here. And you know,
cut them back in February and then groom them in the fall, right?
Always cut them back around Valentine's Day. We do go a little bit earlier than that just because of a big event we have down here in March. We're trying to get a bloom for that. But other than that, then we'll do a light fall grooming on them.
Chuck, thank you very much.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it.
Not a
Great
problem.
job here. Can you see all the roses? You can do it too in your own landscape, and Chuck just gave some tips we all can use as a train comes through. Let's